Welcome to the Poor Man's Gourmet Kitchen, where we share gourmet recipes at a low-budget wonder. Now check this out.
One of my most popular recipes is how to prepare and cook a lobster tail. I've also shown you how to do it tempura style. I've shown you how to make a lobster bisque using Langostino lobster tails. I've even filmed an amazing lobster sauce to go with your favorite pasta. And nothing compares to this stuffed lobster with crab, shrimp, and scallops. You might even remember I showed you how to make poor man's lobster using cod. But I've never shown you how to prepare and cook a live lobster from scratch, and today we'll be doing it on the grill. So here I've got a 3-pound lobster, and I'll admit it was a little spendy, but if you look at the size of the tail here, it's about the size of my hand. Even the claws are good sized. And as you can see here, it takes up my entire cutting board. And the first thing you want to do is find this line on the back of the shell here so we can dispatch the lobster humanely. And you want to take the tip of your knife and put it right in the center, push down through the shell, and carefully work the blade between the eyes and down to the cutting board. Now the lobster's dead. So just work your blade the opposite direction going down the back of the shell, all the way through the tail, and down to the fan tail. And you can choose to go all the way through or keep it intact on the bottom. Then using both hands, you can split the entire lobster open. And as you can see here, we've got some cleaning to do. Just like shrimp, you can devein the lobster by pulling this vein right out. And to many people, this roe is a delicacy and practically worth its weight in gold. So unless you're not a fan, don't throw it out, but be sure to give this cavity a good rinse. You can also go ahead and remove the rubber bands from the claws. Now here I've got a large turkey roasting pan. I'm boiling a couple inches of water. I'm going to just drop this lobster right in there on its belly. The steam bath will help disinfect the shell and par-cook the lobster meat. And don't freak out if you see any twitching or involuntary movement. Lobster meat shrinks when it cooks, so the heat is just tightening up the joints, causing movement. No different than bacon or sausage sizzling in a pan. But you do want to go ahead and cover it with a lid. Let it steam in there for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the size of your lobster. And when it's done, it'll look something like this. Now we're ready for the grill. And I preheat with medium heat. And I drop the lobster on its belly first. And you want to saturate the tail and the inside of this cavity with olive oil. This will keep the meat from drying out. And just in case you're wondering, you can bake your lobster if you don't want to grill. Now we can go ahead and flip this bad boy over. Give it some grill time. Another 5 minutes or so is all it's going to need. In the meantime, I'm going to drop some garlic, some fresh basil, some green onion, a little bit of melted butter, and a pinch of salt and pepper to make our secret sauce. And I just give it several pulses until I feel like it's as thick or as thin as I want it. A nice little mulch like this is perfect. Now back to the grill. Now how's that looking? Good enough to like and subscribe to my channel? Get on it. So all we got to do now is flip this bad boy over, spoon in and spread some garlic, basil, and butter paste. I usually just work it into both sides of the tail meat. And with a lobster this size, it's good to work it into the cavity as well. There's a lot of meat in there that most people take for granted. Now it's so hot, I'm going to just drop it on my counter and let it cool for a minute. And if you have some leftover spread, just drop some more butter into that and give it a nuke. And there you have it. Grilled lobster right here in the Poor Man's Gourmet Kitchen.
Thank you for watching, and be sure to stop by PoorMansGourmetKitchen.com for more recipes and exact ingredients.